Hey everyone, my name is Mark. I am making you coffee today using the Sora coffee from Pilot. That's a symbol. It is from Ethiopia. It was roasted just like a few weeks ago for me, although I have been using it since then. We're gonna be going with the Kalita wave today. I got the filter there already, and of course we got the fellow there, the Commandante there, the timer, everything we need, and the weight. Oh, and check out my hands, the beautiful henna. All right, time to get the party started. Let's wait out our coffee beans. This is kind of like not the best weight I have, but it's serving its purpose. And now I'm just trying to open up this package here so we can start pouring the coffee beans. Honestly, this is the first time I'm doing it through like a camera, so I didn't want to spill it. I did spill a few, but it took me a little bit longer to get the beans out to the desired weight. I kept like messing up a bit there, but look at my pretty hands. Come on. A little bit more. We need at least 18 grams to 300 milliliters of water. So we got that 17 grams on the dot. And let's just seal this up, keep it all nice and fresh. All right. So now, let me just put that back in there. Yeah, okay. Okay. Now let me put this into the Commandante. And yeah, just make sure it's nice and leveled out. All the things are in the bin. I'm gonna put that back at the bottom and cap it up a bit, but we still got some things to do. So let us get the water. We got water going. I had to preheat a bit with some hot water. Let's get some fresh, more hotter water. I use this hot water dispenser. I think every Asian family has it. I recommend having it. Just put in Amazon hot water dispenser. If you like tea, if you like coffee, you just want hot water on the go, get something like this. And hey, apparently it saves energy. All right, so I'm just gonna, it's like under boiling water, so I'm just gonna use it to wash out the papery taste of the water filter. Always do this with a paper filter. Did I say water filter? Paper filter. I kind of messed up there with a Kalita. It always happens, but don't worry. As long as your bed is flat at the bottom, it'll be good, and it's pouring right into the container as well, so that or the carafe or the mug that you have, so that it preheats that as well. So I'm just going to turn up the heat and make sure it goes into boiling. Right there, it's nice and heated, and it's gonna keep it there for a while until we're ready to start making coffee. Let's grind this out. It's gonna be a little bit finer than coarse, of course. I've dialed it in a few years or a few days ago to make sure that I get the consistent taste that I want for the Commandante. For this coffee, the Sora, it's famous to having a strawberry taste to it. It's a wonderful coffee to have. It's super light. It's not at all bitter. It's more juicy and has that strong berry tea taste to it. It's not acidic, so I definitely recommend trying it out if you get something like this. Again, this is not flavored. All right. This is exactly just a regular coffee bean that, for some reason, just tastes like strawberries. Amazing. All right. So we got that going. We got the paper filter out. We poured out the hot water in the mug, and just make sure we zero it out. All right. Now let's make sure we take our coffee beans, we'll tap it up a bit so we make sure we get everything we need, and then let's pour it in. Now over here you can see it's going to go to 17 grams just as we measured it. Let's just tap it out a bit just to make sure we get everything, and then let's level it out. You always want a leveled bed of coffee before you let it go, or rather before you start pouring it. Now our water is boiling up to temperature. It's a lighter roast, so you want something that's just has boiled or is boiling, because we want to get that maximum extraction. So now I'm pouring in about 30 grams of water. As you can see that I started a timer. We want to do a bloom phase of about 30-35 seconds with 30 grams of water. Tried my best, 32 grams of water, and just to let it like brew a little bit and get the carbon dioxide out and let everything settle before we start doing the rest of the volume. Okay, so now it's about 35 seconds. Let's get into it. Let's pour the rest. So we're gonna go up to 300 milliliters, or I'll try to hit that anyway. So you just gotta keep swirling it in slow motion, and then do your best so that you're not pouring at such a heavy rate. I like to make sure that I finish my pour close to 2 minutes, and then you just let it sink down. All right, so that is something to keep in mind when you're pouring, and it definitely helps when you have a gooseneck kettle. I'll probably show a video if you don't have gooseneck kettle how to do this. The fellow stag one is quite expensive. However, in my opinion, for the ones that I've used anyway, I've used about 2 or 3 pour over kettles. One was definitely much cheaper than this. This was the most consistent. It had the easiest way to pour. I didn't think it would have mattered, but after using this, I was like, oh man, there definitely is a difference to using this stag compared to the ones that I was using before. The one before, just like a little bit harder to control the rate, though you can definitely get that nice pour from the gooseneck, of course. So definitely look for the future videos out there for other methods of going through the Kalita wave and getting a good brew without the pour over, or rather without the gooseneck kettle. So now we got it settled down. I love the Kalita wave because it's super easy. We'll just need this to settle down by itself and let it pour, and you should see a flat bed of coffee and a very even extraction all throughout. All right, the extraction part and all that, the reason why there may be some favoritism towards the Kalita wave is because it is a flat bed compared to like a cone. You'll see that in the Hario or the Chemex. A cone, man, like you really have to control the pour so it just doesn't go straight through and like barely anything gets extracted. So a nice pour, a nice flow. And look at that amber color from the light roasted Sora coffee beans. That's exactly what you want. And now we've got that going. Take a sip. Perfect. Gotta love it. See you guys.